Well, we inherited a leak with our backhoe. Looks like it's a small hydraulic leak. It hasn't been a decommissioning problem. It's unfortunately hard to diagnose because there's a lot of built up dust down there, obviously from the leak. So I've cleaned the area where I think the leak is originating, and I'm gonna run it for a little while because I'm not sure what control actually puts pressure on that line. Although I think it's the downrigger, because every morning so far the downrigger has laid flat, which means it's losing pressure. I don't know. So hopefully we can get that diagnosed. It looks like it might be a steel line that's rubbing on the bracket and maybe has worn a hole in the steel line. I don't know. I did find out how to get the fluid for this particular backhoe, which was extremely difficult because the specifications are not straightforward. But the good news is we found out where to get that locally, so we know we can keep the system topped off. We've got a lot of work to do. This was not planned, so now I'm about 4 hours behind today trying to get going on the excavation. Well, I've been digging away, and then I heard a loud pop, and I got hydraulic fluid all over the place. So I thought to myself, well, I think I killed it. But I have good news. I don't think I killed it. So I pulled the backhoe out, parked it, crawled underneath, and there's fluid everywhere, which made me think it probably blew a main hydraulic line. But I'm learning about pressurized hydraulic systems now. So let me tell on myself. So this morning, I topped off the hydraulic fluid because of the leak that I was investigating earlier. You can see there's hydraulic fluid all over here, all over in here, which freaked me out. And I can't visually see any reason for that other than I overfilled the hydraulic system. So when I filled this morning, I filled this fluid to about here. And then I've been digging like a crazy man. So the system is getting hot, which makes that fluid, I believe, expand. And this is a vent for this pressurized cap, which you normally push this button to release the pressure, and then you take this cap off so you can work in there, much like a radiator cap. Well, I think what happened is the system got fully pressurized and there's too much fluid in there. So it ended up shooting fluid out this vent hole, blasting this entire area in hydraulic fluid. Our good friend and follower, Chad, very generous man, has been on the phone with me and texting me all morning, so thank you, Chad. He reminded me, and I knew this, but you know what, I don't spend enough time with this stuff. He reminded me that my sight glass, which is this little window, you can't really tell, but that's actually clear. If you are filling your hydraulic system, you want the fluid to be about half on your sight glass. You can see clearly that this is completely full. You can't see through that sight glass at all. And of course, that measurement is taken with the bucket down, bucket flat, backhoe up, and downriggers up or outriggers up. And your sight glass should be about half. Well, this morning, there was no fluid showing in the sight glass at all. And silly me asked Chad if I could overfill it, and he said no. So what did I do? I overfilled it. I guess the good news of this story is that it can be fixed. So now I've got to locate a bucket and a sizable wrench and take some fluid out of there. The bad news is I'm still not getting any digging done, but this is a crash course in owning a backhoe. Well, that drain plug's on there really good, and I don't have the right tool to do the job. Seeing as how we own the backhoe, I think it's probably a wise idea to get the right tool. So I'm gonna stop and make a supply run and go get the socket that'll fit that, which will allow me to use my breaker bar and my torque wrench to get that bolt off there. I'm also gonna pick up a fluids pump, something I've been gonna do for a long time. So just in case we can't get that plug out of there, I can pump it out of there. Alyssa is gonna save my bacon and get all those parts at the parts store. So in the meantime, I'm gonna try to build a small wire caddy for the 3 single strand wires that we're gonna be pulling through the conduit. It's a caddy for your wire. See? So all your wire's on spools. Look at my finger. See the wire?
Okay.
It's on the rebar.
Oh, cool.
So all the wires go together. So when you pull one wire, you pull all 3 wires.
Yeah.
Good
Time.
job dealing with the parts stores today. What a beast of a socket. Holy smokes. I better check this really quick just to make sure it fits before the parts stores close.
Right?
Does it fit? Like a glove. All right. Now we've got a wire caddy. Wouldn't hurt to put a handle on top, but in the interim, grab it by the side. It's pretty heavy anyway. That should make pulling wire through the conduits a lot easier. I'm hoping this is cooled off enough. Nope. Oh, maybe. So the pressure's out of the system. So I'm hoping to save myself a tremendous amount of effort by using a small transfer pump instead of trying to dislodge that socket. Hey, look at that. You can see in the sight window now. So fluid levels about half there. Looking pretty good. Makes me feel like a complete idiot because I overfilled this system by 3.5 gallons. I guess this is what happens when you overreact. As soon as I saw that we were leaking fluid, I assumed that we had lost quite a bit, and because I had forgotten about the sight window being about half full, you know, I just wanted to be sure it was full. So this is just a classic example of operator error. And I guess the good news is we just recouped about $45 worth of hydraulic fluid. I made sure that my bucket was pristine. I'm gonna ask my go-to guy, Chad, if he feels it can be reused, but I don't know why it couldn't be as long as we keep it clean and filtered. So the good news is, turns out it was a big monkey mistake and Backhoe is back in action.
So this one, I'm pretty confident needs to be terminated, like right here.
Okay.
Maybe a
and
little
that's
earlier.
the hot tub deck?
Probably right here.
Yep.
And do a 45 to where?
Probably you want to come on the near side of the post, right? On my side? Because that's going to go in the bottom of the outlet box right there on the post. So you're going to have to come past the post just slightly.
Yep.
And then we'll have to probably run a flexible conduit up to the box.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I'm being punished by karma or what, but I get the feeling that the universe doesn't want us to get our foundation dug. Boom. So I went maybe 500 feet and blew a front tire. I don't know if I hit a rock or not. I really don't know. So now I'm waiting patiently for the tire guys to get here. Thankfully it happened at 4 o'clock. And there's a chance they're gonna get out here. Well, they're coming right now. So hopefully we'll get it fixed and be back up and running by 6 o'clock. Man, there's a part of me that's wondering if I didn't just pop it off the bead. That's totally possible. It looks like I actually hit, like right here, a rock hit the sidewall right there, I think. and it may have just popped it off the bead. That would be an amazing day. For those folks out there who ride four-wheelers on sand, this happens a lot because you run low tire pressure, and you hit something or sidewall it and it'll pop it off the bead. Then it's just a booger to get back on there because of dirt and sand. So hopefully there's actually no repair here. I didn't hit anything sharp like the other day. I believe they call this the walk of shame. Remember how we weren't going to shoot a video today?
Yeah, I haven't shot any video.
But way too much stuff has happened today to not shoot a video. We actually bent the front wheel on the backhoe, hit a rock. A rock, shocker on that one.
Yep.
And then the tire guys came out. We had to pull the wheel off, pound it straight with a sledgehammer, and then we got the bead to set. Everything's back running again, and I've been digging for an hour.
Maybe, not even.
1 hour. And, wait for it, blew a hydraulic hose on the loader arm. This old crotchety hose is shot. Finally blew that one. This hose actually bends a lot through its life because it goes up and down with the loader arm. And it's not something we can keep running with it leaking because it's leaking way too quick. Every time I run the loader, it's gonna leak, and I'm running the loader a lot. So we're gonna try our luck on a Sunday hydraulic repair. Why do we always do this stuff on the weekends? Because that's when it happens.
I don't know.
Well, our goal was to get this foundation dug by tomorrow evening because our concrete guy was hopefully going to come by and look at the excavation with us. And it would seem to the untrained eye that the universe says
nope.
no.
I don't know, definitely has me a little concerned.
No on 50 levels. So maybe,
yep.
I don't know. I'm not superstitious. I always say this, it only breaks when you're using it. If you weren't using it, it wouldn't break.
That's very true. Yep.
So, because we're asking a lot of the backhoe right now, well, we're breaking it. The way you run a lot of equipment, and people will scream at for me for saying this because there are some people out there who change every hose, whether it's broken or not, but those people are very few. You run this like you run a ship. If it ain't leaking, don't plug the hole. So you don't know what hose is gonna break. You just drive it till a hose breaks, and then you replace that hose, and you keep driving it till the hose breaks, and you replace that hose. That's just how equipment is. So this isn't bad luck. This is just us running the equipment hard, and I think that's the best explanation.
Well, it's not just running it hard. I mean,
we're running it hard. I mean,
but you're not saying that every day 3 things are gonna break.
Oh no, I'm not saying we're hard on it. We're running it. We're putting it through its paces every day. So no, every day not 3 things is gonna break, but we're gonna break some stuff because we're working the machine pretty hard, doing a lot of crazy stuff with it. So anyway, I think this video is about done. I think we've got to go get water. We need to eat, and the hydraulics are done. Despite my best efforts today, my sum total of excavation was about 2 hours. A whopping 2 hours. So I'm glad we shot some sort of video today. Good luck editing this one.
Right.
This will be a hoot. All right, we'll see you next time.